Good morning, class. I'm going to do a variety of eggs today to show you different ways to make eggs. We're going to start with the scrambled eggs. So the scrambled eggs are probably the most popular form of eggs. Take your eggs, you're going to have to crack them, tap them on a soft surface and into the bowl. And so I have a mixing bowl, a little small mixing bowl with 2 eggs in it. I'm just going to take a regular fork and I'm going to mix them. I'm going to go slow, not too fast, in a circular motion. So it looks like this. So then I'm going to take my pan, slide it on the burner. We're going to go ahead and let it heat a little bit, and then I'm going to add a tablespoon of butter, put in the eggs, and I'll show you how to cook them. Just kind of move the pan around to spread the butter out. Then I'm going to pour my eggs into the pan. We'll let them go ahead and spread out for a second. Once they look like they're starting to set up, I'm just going to give them a little stir. Let them cook a little bit longer. And then I'm going to use a kind of a figure 8 motion. Just going to kind of stir them. I'm going to add a little salt and pepper. And with scrambled eggs, you could add other ingredients to them. If I'm adding other things, I like to saute it in a pan first, take it out, put it in a dish, and stir them in, or towards the end, if you want, you can add some cheese. You can top your eggs with any kind of sauces you want, ketchup if you like. Good morning, class. In this video, we're going to show how to make sunny side up eggs. Basically, sunny side up eggs are eggs that are cooked in a pan, not flipped, with the yolks up. So first I need to crack my eggs. And I'm going to use these little dishes. So I take the egg, give it a tap on the counter, and pull it apart into the dish. So I have my pan on medium heat. I let it heat up a little bit, and then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of butter. I can measure the butter by taking the stick of butter, and there's lines on it to tell me how much is a tablespoon. So once the pan feels warm, I'm going to add the butter. Turn the heat down just a little bit. So once my butter is melted, then I'm going to put my eggs in. Try to center the yolks. Just kind of hold the dish there a little bit, get it centered. Turning the pan because this one is cooking a little bit faster on that side. Then I'm going to turn my heat down and let it cook. So as the eggs are cooking, I'm going to take a little bit of the butter in the pan and just going to kind of baste the egg. That's just taking a little bit of the liquid. So these are eggs sunny side up. Now I'm going to show you how to make the same eggs, but easy over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them back in the pan, and then I'm going to flip them, and then we'll have our easy over and medium over eggs. So we're going to flip it for about 10 seconds. And that's our easy over egg. For the medium over egg, I'm going to cook it a little bit longer. So we have a easy over and a medium over egg. So the easy over, nice and runny. Medium over, still runny, but not quite as runny. Good morning, class. For this video, we're gonna learn how to make a poached egg. Poached egg is basically like a hard-boiled egg without the shell. So it's floating an egg into a pot of boiling water, turning the temperature down and allowing it to cook just enough. So I have these small bowls that I'm going to put the eggs in. That way when I lower the eggs into the boiling water, I have control, and I can put them in a way that they're not going to fall apart as much as possible. So over here at the stove, I have a 3-quart saucepan. I filled it with about 3/4 the way full with water. I'm going to turn it on high and let it bring the water to a boil. So I'm taking a egg, I'm just going to tap it on a flat surface and crack it into the small bowl. All right, so we add vinegar to the water. That helps the poached egg to set up, but it's not going to make the eggs taste like vinegar. You won't taste it. Pour in a tablespoon there. Okay, so I have my water at a boil. I'm going to turn the temperature completely off. Then I'm going to swirl this. And I'm going to gently drop my egg into the water. And I'm just going to let it sit in here for about 4 minutes. Just going to use my spoon and carefully lift the egg. Good morning, class. This video we're going to learn how to make a hard-boiled egg and also a soft-boiled egg. So the difference is that how long you let the eggs sit in the water will determine whether they're soft or hard boiled. So soft-boiled eggs are often used for breakfast eaten over toast, and hard-boiled eggs are used for like salads, deviled eggs, and such. So I take my eggs. I'm going to need a larger pan if I want to boil more eggs. Eggs, once they are hard-boiled, are good in the refrigerator for up to 5 days. So I'm going to take and put this on the stove. I've covered the eggs with water. Then I'm going to turn it to a boil. After it boils, I'm going to turn off the temperature and we'll leave it on the stove. And then we're going to time to determine how we want the boiled eggs to turn out. A soft-boiled egg will need 4 minutes, and a hard-boiled egg will need 14 minutes. The only other thing I have is a bowl with some ice water in it. So what I'm going to do is when the eggs are ready and the timer goes off, I'm just going to transfer the eggs to the water so that they are easier to peel. Okay, so my eggs are in a boil. I'm going to let them boil for 1 minute. Then I'm going to turn off the heat. So I set the timer for 14 minutes. When it gets down to 10 minutes, that'll be my 4 minutes for the soft-boiled egg, and then the full 14 for the hard-boiled eggs. Okay, I have my timer down to 10 minutes, so I'm just going to take my egg that I want soft-boiled, dunk it into the ice bath, and then I should be able to peel it. So this is our soft-boiled egg. Which can be eaten with toast, kind of as a breakfast, a little bit like a poached egg. Okay, my timer went off. I'm just going to set my eggs into the water. And the hard-boiled eggs are done. And there you have it. Once they're peeled, they're hard-boiled eggs. Now, you can play with the time. Some people use 16 minutes for their time on their eggs, depending on how they want it done. So this is an egg salad that I'm making out of so I just added a little bit of mayonnaise and a tiny bit of mustard, some salt and pepper. Mix this together. And that's how you make an egg salad sandwich. So in our last video, I want to show you how to make an omelet. So I'm going to show you the Denver omelet. You can change up your ingredients or that you put as far as your fillings for your omelet. However, the basic omelet is the same, or you could even leave them out altogether. So what I'm going to do is a traditional Denver omelet is ham. A traditional Denver omelet is ham, but I just put smoked turkey, and then I have some diced onion and diced green bell pepper. So the bell pepper is not hot, it's a very mild pepper. So right now I have 1 tablespoon of butter, and then I'm going to add in my ingredients. So now I'm going to add another tablespoon of butter. Turn down the heat just a little bit. Melt that in the pan. While they're cooking, I'm going to add a little salt and pepper. I'm going to crack my eggs into the bowl. So when I mix my eggs, I'm going to do it the same way that I did for the scrambled eggs, except for I'm going to mix them a little longer and make sure they're well combined. Then I'm going to go ahead and add a little salt and pepper. If you're using ham's pretty salty, so be careful on the salt. So then I'm going to take and add some cheese. I'm going to pour in my egg mixture. And spread it around. Just going to give it a little bit of a stir before it sets up. Scrape it just a little bit away from the side. let it cook. So I just take and fold the omelet over, and then after I fold it over, turn the heat off, and I transfer it over to a plate, and it is done. And that's an omelet.